Well, revenge travel continues to go strong. 27% of Americans willing to take on debt just to travel this year. That's according to a Bankrate survey. I got a chance to speak to Delta Airlines CEO Ed Bastian about the demand that he's seeing for travel. Here's what he had to say.
I entered the year with a little bit of caution on the transatlantic, given how strong last year's transatlantic was. The revenge travel that we all saw, many people going to Europe almost at any price. I thought it might cool down just a touch. Hasn't cooled at all. We continue to see the strength of the transatlantic demand for the spring and summer continue, which is great. We're flying even a higher level of capacity this summer than last, and we expect our overall pricing levels are going to remain largely the same.
Joining us now is Hayley Berg, Hopper's lead economist. Hayley, I just want to start off with your reaction to what you heard from the Delta Airlines CEO.
What we're seeing here at Hopper is very much in line with our friends are seeing over at Delta. Demand remains strong, especially on some of these higher priced routes, transatlantic and transpacific. Customers are willing to pay a little bit more, but we are not seeing price increases year over year, which is fantastic. In fact, transatlantic routes to Europe are down in price about 10% year over year. Domestic airfare is down about 3% year over year. So on the whole, for those travelers, whether they do have to take out debt in order to travel or not, are seeing better prices than what they have.
Yeah, and it was particularly interesting within the airline fares index, within the March Consumer Price Index, it actually declined 0.4%. So an interesting stat. One of the areas that we did see a decline in the report, at least one of the indexes there. How do you think that Americans, people who are traveling more broadly, are evaluating what that spend looks like now versus even a year ago?
What we have heard from consumers, no matter who we ask, any age range, is that they're continuing to prioritize expenditure on travel. Among younger generations, Gen Z, millennial, that percent of their wallet going towards travel is even increasing as they tighten their belts with higher interest rates. So for these younger generations who have pushed off milestones like buying homes, having children, they might be pushing those off even more given interest rates and focusing on travel expenditure. So we expect this demand to remain strong and continue as these generations age, build wealth. They're going to be continuing to spend on travel.
Hayley, I'm not going to lie. I see a lot of people posting their trips on Instagram. I say, all right, do I need to add it to my Pinterest board? Do I need to just save it in my own Instagram? And whatever the case may be, you get some inspo, you get some tips, you know how to plan and book better perhaps. What impact have you seen from some of the data over at Hopper into how social media is impacting the broader experience economy and especially the travel component?
Social media has had a huge impact on how people plan and book travel. A report we're putting out in just a couple of weeks is going to reveal some of the data we have around how Gen Z in particular looks at travel. And they actually use video social media like TikTok 7 times more than older generations when they are in the planning phase. And most of them research on social media before they book a trip, whether it be a hotel, a flight, even a rental car. So social media is the new battleground of where brands are going to be attracting consumers who want to book their travel. But on the flip side, social media is very curated, and younger generations, they're looking for authenticity. So a lot of these off the beaten path destinations that offer something a little more unique, something you might not have seen on Instagram, are becoming increasingly popular as well.
All right, I want to know the average height of the people that are traveling to Nice, France for $885. So you can at me, I don't care. Hayley Berg, Hopper's lead economist, thank you so much for taking the time.
Great to be with you.
Likewise.